what's up guys? Canceling Garage back with another video. Today we're going to refresh my fog light cover by vinyl wrapping it. As you can see, it's really gross and faded. This is what you're going to do to remove the fog light cover. You're going to remove these two tabs on the side of the bumper very easily. Just use a flathead screwdriver, pry against it and pull it straight out. Then you want to go ahead and pull the fender liner back. Reach inside, grab the actual fog light cover tabs, and you want to use your index finger and press down against the tabs and push them forward. There's 4 total. Once you get all 4 of them loose, it should pop right out with ease. As you can see, my fog light cover is faded and worn. I figured it was best for me to just give it a refresh without paint, so we are going to vinyl wrap it. First off, I use isopropyl alcohol. You can use whatever you like, any kind of cleaning agent you like. Just make sure the surface is very clean before attempting to vinyl wrap it. Here is the vinyl that I purchased. It's carbon fiber. I believe it's 3D high gloss or 4D. I don't remember, but there's a lot better products out there now that you can buy. So just check eBay and Amazon. As you can see, I'm prepping the fog light cover with the alcohol, just to make sure there's no dirt, grease, and other roadkill or bugs on the cover before I vinyl wrap it. I'm just making sure I get every single edge and backing of the sides where the vinyl wrap would rest as I apply it and tuck it away. So you want to be sure to get those areas as well. So here you see me measuring out the fog light cover itself before cutting. This ensures that you don't waste a lot of vinyl by using big sheets and whatnot. So I went ahead and just laid it down on the edge of the corner of the vinyl off camera and just sliced across and sliced down on it. So I have a perfect rectangle piece for the application. As you can see here, I am placing the vinyl wrap on this bar and slightly pulling it towards me. I'm heating up the vinyl to a certain degree, probably about 150-190 degrees, to make the vinyl wrap a lot more elastic and more pliable when I'm putting it over the fog light cover, as you will see coming up. Now right here I am stretching the vinyl slightly across the fog light cover and applying it down slowly. And that's what you want to do. Just take your time with it. Make sure all the areas are stretched out as much as you can if you're working by yourself. If there's 2 people helping you do this, it'll be a lot easier. Now I'm pulling the vinyl up away from the substrate and heating it with a heat gun. This will help it become more durable and flexible for these corners. So as you can see, I'm heating it and stretching it out slightly and laying it straight down. You don't have to wear gloves, but I chose to do it. I think without the gloves will be a lot easier, so you can feel the heat and whatnot, and really work your way through the vinyl and shaping it around the fog light cover itself. So as you can see here, again I'm heating up the bubbles and creases, and that just makes the vinyl a lot easier to work with. And you can see here I had quite a bit of air bubbles and stretch marks there in a sense, and that heat gun totally allowed me to push it down and get rid of it completely. Again, you want to slowly work section by section. I've decided to do the left and the right side of the fog light cover first, which is the bigger areas, and then slowly work my way towards the top and the bottom. My fog light cover itself had a lot of dings and dents in it from debris. You could sand it down prior to wrapping, but I chose just to wrap it. It doesn't matter. No one's really going to really check it out. You always want to be sure to work slowly, and when you do have a crease, as if you can see here on the bottom of the fog light cover, you want to heat it up and try to push it down slowly on each crease. I don't suggest stretching the vinyl too much because the vinyl does have memory and it will stretch back and maybe lift on you. So ideally you want to just lift the vinyl away from the substrate and heat it up, and then the vinyl will slowly fall down on the substrate and you can kind of work it with your fingers like that. Using this slow motion of kind of caressing it back and forth from top to bottom around the vinyl is probably the best thing you want to do instead of kind of just forcing it through. It makes for a clean application. Again, here's the side of the fog light cover. We're just pulling it up slightly to where the fingers start and begin, and then we're going to heat it up just a bit so that the actual vinyl would fall over the edge, and we're just going to push it down slowly. The corners are a little tricky. You want to be very patient with this. All you want to do is just slightly heat it, and using the tips of your finger, slowly roll it back into the corner. So as you can see here, I'm just slowly going from the left to right side of that curve and tucking it underneath. Right here is excess vinyl on the side of the fog light cover. You could use a hard card and push the vinyl behind the edge, but I chose to just press it down with my fingers, and using a very sharp blade or X-Acto knife, whatever you have, honestly, but it has to be sharp, slowly cut against the line of that edge. As you can see, I'll show you again, just press against the line of that edge. Remove the old one or the extra, and then just press down on the edge. Here you see me heating up the center of the fog light cover. This is very essential if you're trying to mold around curved or concave areas. As you can see, you heat up very finely to where it becomes almost very thin, and you want to push around the curve slowly so it bites and contacts the substrate. What I'm doing now is cutting a circle around the actual cover, because that right there breaks the tension completely off the whole piece of the vinyl, and this will allow you to actually work with the vinyl a lot easier than having it there in the first place. So as you can see, I'm heating it up again, and all the creases are going away because the vinyl is now elastic and thin. So you can see it's molding a lot easier and a lot quicker to work with than if it were just room temperature. Again, you want to constantly apply heat to the vinyl, just enough for it to be elastic, to work your way through to apply the vinyl against the substrate. Slowly working your way around the corners, ensuring that there is a perfect application against the substrate, checking for any imperfections or creases. Right now I'm inspecting the edge of the hole, and I'm pressing down against it to make sure it's completely contacted. With the blade, you want to go ahead and score it. While pushing against the edge, you want to cut around and get the vinyl out of the way. So slowly work your way around this so you don't cut too much, and you should be fine. Here is the final product, fully wrapped. We're going to go ahead and reinstall this back onto the bumper. Very easy, very straightforward. Just align it with the holes and firmly press it into place. Just double check on all four corners, and then sit back and look at your masterpiece.